When we look at these past few months of decline in the crypto market, we have to ask ourselves, what actually started this process of downward movement in terms of price? And it was one specific thing that did it. It was actually this discussion of quantum computing. The announcement of the Willow quantum computing chip really raised a lot of concern around the crypto industry, and rightfully so, because that brings about security concerns over the next 5 to 10 years. And the question is then, who is going to win this race in becoming quantum resistant? Not in namesake, not slapping a band-aid on it, but who is actually going to have the chain that can actually defy quantum computing? And the answer is Cardano. And we're going to talk about that briefly in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, looking back at price, when we look back all the way back here at Monday, December 9th, this was when the announcement officially happened of the Willow quantum computing chip, and we saw the market just basically crap the bed. we saw everything just rug. We saw not rug per se, right? But we saw all this capital that was in the crypto market start to flow to the sidelines. A lot of concern about, whether the blockchains are secure. Can they handle this new type of computational power that we're seeing within technology nowadays? And this has been, frankly, an ongoing concern, right? This is something that has not gone away. And it's still been at the front of people's minds, and it may in fact be the reason why we haven't seen a lot of this capital flow back into the space yet. Now, there was a stream that Charles Hoskinson did the other day. I actually took some time to watch this. I tried to, whenever I have the opportunity to do so. It was very interesting, this discussion of becoming quantum resistant. There are many chains out there right now that are basically just slapping a badge on it and saying, oh, yep, we're quantum resistant. We can handle quantum computing and blah, 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 blah. And that's not actually the case. In fact, Charles Hoskinson has addressed that himself. He has actually come out and said, okay, yeah, well, we got we have post-quantum signature schemes, so we're good. And that frankly couldn't be further from the truth. And that's true, right? Because most people don't know how to actually address this big pressing issue that will be coming down the line. And unfortunately, this is something that frankly the can is kicked down the road on right now. But nonetheless, Cardano is already taking a head-on approach to this. And this is always the way that Cardano has, in fact, done things. It's trying to figure out the solutions for the problem before they come an actual relevant problem. We've seen this to be the case when it comes to security. We've seen this to be the case when it comes to scalability, when it comes to gas fees, when it comes to uptime. That's the reason why the Cardano blockchain has had this long, drawn-out, peer-reviewed process that has brought Cardano to where it's at now. And yet, as we're getting into this time of big adoption in the crypto market, notice how Cardano is a chain that doesn't really seem to have the problems that other blockchains in the space have. Now, Charles Hoskinson has actually laid out this 3-step plan for Cardano to actually make Cardano fully quantum resistant, not just in namesake, but to be actually the chain that can handle quantum computing. So first, he talked about developing a quantum secure model. So he said the Cardano Foundation cryptographic protocols must be audited against a canonical quantum adversary. Hopefully that I'm pronouncing that right. This means systematically reviewing every algorithm for potential vulnerabilities once a capable quantum computer emerges. And we might start to see more of this come up over the next 3 to 5 years, but really in 10 years, everything needs to be set and ready to go. He said, first, we have to develop a quantum secure model for Cardano end to end. So we would audit all the algorithms Cardano is using and ask which ones are vulnerable. That in itself is an interesting question because there are various opinions in the cryptographic community about what we should assume a quantum adversary can do. Secondly, he says separating Cardano into 2 chains, which I thought was a very interesting approach toward this. So he talked about actually a post-quantum proof of chain meta layer that can serve as an immutable checkpoint system for Cardano's main chain. You want to separate Cardano into 2 pieces. There's a Cardano main chain, then we have a proof chain that it basically runs as an audit log of history. So you have an unforgettable system with signatures related to the original history. Over time, this becomes a programmable proof chain. Very interesting design. So once this full integration does in fact take place, once the new proof chain matures and post-quantum schemes can become more efficient, Cardano can merge these elements into the main chain. Then then the third phase is eventual integration as the PQSS schemes get more advanced, plus we develop a post-quantum VRF we can put into the chain and merge the data chain and main chain together. That might sound like a lot of stuff to a lot of different people, right? And maybe most people don't understand exactly what he's talking about, and that's okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of the stuff that is taking place over time for Cardano has been way over people's heads. And guess what? That's been the approach that has been right this whole time, taking these things head on, not necessarily kicking the can down the roads in terms of development and addressing the issues that will be coming down the line. And in fact, what this announcement back in December has kind of given us is a little glimpse into what we need to prepare for as time goes on. You know, we're getting into a very interesting time in the crypto era. And why I'm saying that is we're talking about enterprises coming online. We're talking about governments coming online, things that actually do in fact need to be quantum computing resistant. And the problem is for most other chains, if they're not actually looking for an actual solution and they're just slapping a band-aid on it, they're not going to be prepared when that time doesn't in fact hit, when the actual solution is more essential than ever. You're either going to be stuck playing catch up, or you're going to get out ahead of it and start to have a solution ahead of time. And that is where really, I think when we talk about, 5 to 10 years down the road, we talk about Cardano and ADA, being the entities that can run it all, right? The one that the world infrastructure does in fact run on, and having this kind of preparation and an actual path, an actual idea to how to tackle this big problem that will become more prevalent over time is how you separate yourself from the rest. This is why we talk about Cardano in terms of world domination. This is why we talk about ADA in the same regard as, Ethereum and BTC, although it may not be there in terms of market cap or price or anything like that yet. The more that these solutions are actually put into place before the problems even arise, the more better suited you are for worldwide and mass adoption. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a very interesting stream by Charles Hoskinson. You guys should definitely check that out if you have not, but have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.